Council Bluffs today on location, and well, we're just going to call this Lunch at the Dock. I think that's a good name for a segment. This is Joe Disalvo, and one of the owners here at the dock, and come out here for lunch, which is one of my favorite things to do, and especially on a Thursday, because
it is Tenderloin Day.
That is Tenderloin Day,
yeah,
and
correct.
People talk about it. I mean, this is a good tenderloin that you guys put out here. From what I understand, because the last time that I was here, she asked me, do you want it breaded or do you want it grilled?
Yeah, you can get it not breaded.
Right.
Some people like that. They're on a health journey, perhaps. I don't know. I much prefer it.
On a health journey.
Yeah, I much prefer it fried. But both are an option.
Anytime that people are talking about pizza around town, the dock eventually comes up.
We've had pizza off and on for a long time. We've been on now for years. We had a short stint there where we, during COVID, kind of altered our menu to cut down, all things being equal. But no, we've got pizzas here. We do a pizza special on Saturdays. So we do $10 single toppings on Saturdays, or for $12 we have some fun specialty ones. So we've been kicking around different fun things. One that we just played with the other day was a Reuben pizza, and that went really well,
dude.
So I think that's going to be going this next Saturday.
Okay.
Try that.
I was just having this conversation with somebody not that long ago, because there used to be a pizza chain called Bretto Pizza. Do you remember them?
Gosh, yes.
Bretto Pizza.
They were set up the road.
Yes, they were. And they used to have a bratwurst and sauerkraut pizza that had a mustard sauce on it.
That's a good idea.
With kind of a Swiss mozzarella blend. Holy cow. It was so good. But you're talking about a Reuben pizza. Yeah. That's right up my alley too.
Yep. Thousand Island corned beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cabbage and all the like.
Oh, yeah.
We did a couple of trial runs the other day, and it seemed to go pretty well. Actually, it was last night. Right. Someone had asked, "Hey, could you do this?" Well, we've been playing with this. Let's try it. And then we made one, and it went out. And then next thing you know, someone else.
Right.
Hey, I want that. And so that may be on the menu. So we've got the stuff to do it, and we're going to run that probably on Saturday, and with our pizza specials, specialty pizzas, you know.
Now, one of the benefits of owning a restaurant, you got to play around with stuff.
Correct.
Like
That's like the beauty and the fun of it. We were talking earlier, my kids like to play around, do little videos at home.
Yeah.
And we get to do that. Like, that's in real life, you know.
Well, you showed me that video of your kids making a huge pot of jambalaya.
Yeah, correct.
Is that something that ever translates over to here? You tried something at home?
Oh, like my test kitchen.
Yeah.
I test kitchen things at my house. If I want to do something here, I might try it there. Now, I don't always have the same facilities. I don't have a 40-pound fryer at my house anymore. I did for a while. My wife said that had to go. You know, but we'll play around with different things there, and different soups and stuff, and different sandwiches, whatever. And then if something turns out good, then I might come down and say, okay, let's run this special. I've worked out how we're going to do it. I've worked out the preparations. I've kind of sometimes I have a pad and a pen and paper going through. Okay, let's do, a little bit less of this, more of that. And it's a fun process.
Well, and then when you bring it to the dock, now you got to get people to try it. Because if it's something brand new, there are some people that are they're a little skittish about trying new things. But once you can get them over that hump, much like your Reuben pizza.
Yeah. That was, like I said, we've tried a couple different iterations of it. Last night seemed to go really well. I think that's going to be a good land for us. I should have made one of those instead of I made Meat Lovers, because
there's nothing.
My favorite.
There's nothing wrong with Meat Lovers. No, this is, when my wife and I get pizza, this is what we get, some type of Meat Lovers. It's just got a bunch of meat on it.
Sure.
That's the kind we get. So perfect choice.
We get in a really nice bulk Italian, and then we cook it down, and it's real hamburger. We don't get the pre-cooked stuff. It starts as a 10-pound log. We cook it all off, season it to, how we do it. And I guess I don't make pepperonis, but
well,
I can try.
Well, the thing is, though, about what you're talking about there, and this is what I love about independently owned restaurants like we're here at the dock. There might be a little bit of a variation from one time to the next. And I think for me, I really like that. Now, for folks who have this thing about going through a drive-through at whatever fast food chain it might
Sure.
be, yeah, they want a consistency, and they want to know that if they go through in Council Bluffs or if they're in Denver or Seattle or someplace, that it all tastes the same.
It fills a need.
Yeah, that's not the point, though, to coming to an independently owned restaurant, because you're going to get a little bit of variation, and I think that's a good thing. Keeps you guessing.
I mean,
for me, it keeps me coming back.
I've worked places where we've used different tenderloins, to your exact point, and we've done different recipes as to, you want to talk about something we've played with a little bit. We hand bread every tenderloin to order. That's why you can get them, not breaded. That's an option. But I've worked places where we had done it where it was just a pre-done, out of the freezer. The beauty of doing it this way is, if I want to make a little more pepper, a little more garlic, a little more spice, a little more whatever it may be, paprika, whatever the 10, 12 blends of herbs and spices are, we can do that. And we've played around a bunch with that. Played around with a thicker cut, a thinner cut. I don't personally like it so thin that it's all breading. Right. I like it to actually have some pork there. But yeah, they all start from raw pork loins and smashed out and dropped in the fryer or on the grill. And now when we do it without the breading, obviously you're just getting the old chef salt on it. Or I can't put that everything that I necessarily have in there, but they still turn out. They turn out good. So
when it's time for lunch, get away from the drive-thru and head to the Dock Bar and Grill in Council Bluffs. Whether you're hungry for a burger, sandwich, pizza, basket, salad, or just one of the daily specials, the Dock has plenty of choices and a comfortable place to enjoy a real meal. It's perfect for meeting friends, grabbing lunch with coworkers, or taking a well-earned break from the workday. Make the Dock your lunch destination. 401 Veterans Memorial Highway in Council Bluffs. Three sisters, one simple idea. Better skincare starts with honest ingredients. Courtney, Kaylee, and Morgan have created real honest tallow right here in Southwest Iowa, handcrafting every small batch with beef tallow and thoughtfully selected oils. The result is rich, simple hydration for dry skin and sensitive skin, available in inviting scents or the unscented Bare formula. A little goes a long way. Give your skin something honest at realhonesttallow.com. Council Bluffs is built on local relationships, and so is Avela Bank. Whether you're managing everyday finances, growing a business, or planning what comes next, Avela's local team is ready to help you work toward financial success. Visit Avela Bank, downtown at 117 Pearl Street or at 237 Bennett Avenue. Learn more at avela.bank. Local people serving local needs for more than 150 years. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
I also, for me personally, and this is my own personal taste when it comes to a tenderloin, I like that it's hanging out over the bun, but not that it's 4 times the size. Because then I'm cutting it up and I'm making something about this thick.
You don't want to have two, and this is my own opinion entirely.
Right.
Because a lot of folks, they like, I want to be able to cut it in half and make 2 sandwiches. Then order 2 sandwiches. Or my bun's this big and my tenderloin's that big, and then I'm eating around it, or like you said, you're chopping it down. Again, personal preference.
Yeah, and then that's the thing, is it because there are some people that, as you mentioned, that like
they much prefer, or they love that, like, hey man, I went wherever, and you could cut it in half, fold it over, and
by the time you're done eating, you still have something big enough to play frisbee with. Kind of thing. These though are, to me, just the right thickness.
Occasionally they get a little bit, you might get one that we might get a little overzealous on the pounding out. They might be a little bit bigger, but for the most part, they fit the bun well.
Well, and we talked about this the last time I was over here. I don't know where you're getting your pickles, but holy cow.
Yeah, they're
so good.
Yeah. The good pickles, as I say. For sure.
That's how that it works. All right. Well, I think that before we talk a little music and everything that's going on here, we ought to try some lunch and see just what the heck's going on. So, which, by the way, I'm
you want to take some of them?
Yeah, tater tots is definitely the way to go. All right, we're gonna do some pizza. And you said this one is the meat lovers pizza.
Yeah, this is the yep.
All right. So Here we go. And I'll give you an honest review.
The one bite.
Yeah. Give us
the one bite.
I'm Dave Portnoy. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the case. I got to eat half of it. And every time I take a bite, one bite, everybody knows the rules. Yeah. That's how that works.
Everyone knows the rules.
Everybody knows. Oh, you're right about that sausage. That's really good.
Isn't that sausage great?
Oh man, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But we've tried a couple different things again, as always.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a food show one day, and I brought a bunch of stuff home, and I really liked fiddling around with it. It's good.
Yeah.
You know, and doing it with starting from a raw product that you're cooking off, and actually, that's the best way to do it.
Well, and the sausage can go wrong.
Well, it's super greasy.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've had it places where you're just biting into a chunk of something and it's just really
Right. Exactly.
unappetizing, you know? So.
No, those are good pepperonis. They're,
Yeah, I didn't make the pepperoni.
I know you didn't make the pepperoni, but you did have to pick which ones you get here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get pepperonis that'll just eat your hat because they're so spicy.
Mm-hmm.
These, they're not completely mild. They got a little bit of a kick to it, but it's still, right in the wheelhouse where it needs to be. So this particular one has pepperoni, sausage, and hamburger.
Yep.
And is it just mozzarella cheese on it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a blend.
It is a blend. Okay.
Yep. It's a blend of, it's like an Italian blend.
Mm-hmm.
So mozzarella, Asiago, provolone, and Parmigiano.
Really?
It's a 4 cheese blend that we get in.
Very good.
It costs more than you're just plain mozzarella.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
Actually, I had an idea. I mean, you're a restaurant owner, so let me see if I can get your opinion about this. Because I was just thinking about this morning. A pizza shop having something called, it doesn't sound very attractive, but called a trash pizza. And what this is because you'll have a place where you're making pizza, and a lot of times, at all of the stuff that you're putting onto the pizza, but it fell off and it's caught on the counter, and you've got all of this stuff there. That just all combined.
I've done that.
Put on a pizza.
Not here.
No.
I worked at Papa Murphy's in high school. That was one of my first jobs in food service. It was first job, and we had you'd have it make. You've all been there. You have a make line, just like a Subway. You're making your pizza, and things would fall off, and we had plastic wrap on everything to easy cleanup.
Right.
And then we had a tray where it all go into, but everything was clean. There was nothing wrong with any of the stuff. So at the end of the shift or whatever, I said, "Hey, let's try and make a pizza with what?"
Yeah.
And it's like an oddball supreme pizza because it's literally got everything you've got on the thing there. It turned out fine, you know. But
To me, it just would be. It's kind of like, you remember, I used to do it when I was a kid. I go to camp and they'd have like the soda machine there. We get what we call suicide. Yeah. And a little bit of everything. That version of a pizza.
When I was a kid at Taco Bell, we would do that. And then I ate too many tacos and I had too many of those.
Right.
And I then projectile painted my parents' backyard.
So that would be the, that's the end of that.
Turns out I never have done it again. And that happened 30 years ago. And from that point on, I never again mixed my pops like
right,
that.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're correct. Used to mix every single one, except the tea, because I got weird.
I don't like tea personally.
Yeah, I don't either. I skip the tea.
Yeah,
all the actual pop.
Tea is the liquid that I won't drink. Sweet potatoes are the solid I won't eat.
Sure.
I cannot get them down.
Sweet potatoes.
That and beets, and I tell my wife that, 'cause she loves beets, and I said, why don't you love you the way I love you? Why are you doing this to yourself? But
yeah.
Anyway, all right.
That's funny.
Well, I'll tell you, let's go ahead and take a pause.
Yeah.
We don't need to have everybody watching us eat lunch. We'll come back and we'll talk a little music.
Sure.
All right. Perfect.
Sounds good.
Jason James, Yvette Purdue, and Jake Stander are JPS Realty Group, your friends in real estate, based in Council Bluffs and serving clients across Council Bluffs, Omaha, and beyond. They help buyers and sellers move forward with local knowledge and personal guidance from the first showing through closing. When it's time to find a home or sell the one you own, put the JPS team to work for you. Learn more at jps.heartlandproperties.com. Looking for a place to relax, recharge, and take better care of yourself? Kinetics Massage and Bodywork has moved into the Omni Center in Council Bluffs. Owner and licensed massage therapist Tina Hebner offers customized massage and bodywork designed around what your body needs, from relaxation massage to focused therapeutic work. And with the move into the Omni Center, Tina is building towards something even bigger, a larger wellness space for the Council Bluffs community. Take time for yourself. Schedule with Kinetics Massage and Bodywork at kineticsbodywork.com.
Back with more Council Bluffs today with our Lunch at the Dock segment. And Joe Disalvo again with us. Not just lunch, not just dinner, not just breakfast on the weekends, but also you have entertainment.
Yeah.
And you got a great lineup coming up.
Yeah. So our week starts out a little bit lighter with bingo on Tuesday. I think we talked about that in the past. Music bingo on Wednesday. Starts to get a little warmer. Thursday, then we... other than the night they have bike night on the 100 block, we have our own bike night on the offsetting week, so we're not competing or anything. And we have live music. If the weather cooperates, then we have it. We're outside. So the start of the summer was a little bit rough with the weather cooperation, but I think we've crossed over the hump. The last 2 weeks have been great, respectively, you know, and so this coming Thursday, it is Bikes in the 100 block, so we will not have our night down here. We'll still be open for food and whatever else. Saturday, we'll have the Demones, which was a show actually we had a lot of interest in, but we had to move it because of weather and things a couple months back. So we've got that moved around, and that's coming up on Friday this coming week. That's going to be a super fun show. Those guys, there's been a lot of interest. Online, when we said we had to cancel, there was people going, "Oh no, don't cancel." No, we didn't cancel. Right. It's gonna be a fun show, whatever. So that got moved, and we found a date for it that worked well. So we're excited about that. And then Saturday we have Shoot to Thrill.
Always a favorite.
Yeah, that's seems to be a fan favorite. AC/DC is always, you know,
high energy. Well, there's a lot of energy to that show.
My kids they call it the band with light up devil ears. Junior likes to come to the shows sometimes, and when it's early, you know.
Yeah.
And he came to one that we did a Sunday with them a couple years back, and he got the little light up horns, and says, "Dad, I want to go see that band, the rock and roll, and with the light up horns." I said, "Oh boy, please."
I know there was one time. I remember my son was 6 or 7, and I don't remember which, and he came out. And a Bon Jovi song is on, but he's doing Towns and Windmills, like from the Who. And I was like, I couldn't tell whether to be proud or horrified.
Well,
because it's Townsend and the Windmills, but it's Bon Jovi that you're doing it to.
Yeah, that's funny.
We need to have a conversation about that.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, very true. But
that's funny.
I think you guys have the top outdoor music venue in town.
Yeah. We've got, I actually had a conversation with a gentleman last night about that, and I was kind of asking about some of the other rooms in town, and we can fit 400 or 500 people out back with ease, you know, and we've got 400 plus chairs, and we've got some benches and different seating arrangements and things. We've had some big events back there, so we're trying to make a little bit of an effort to maybe broaden our advertisement, whatever you want to call it, broaden our reach as to who we all get out to make sure everyone knows. We had a really fun show. Occasionally we do a Sunday afternoon show, like I mentioned before. We had a really fun show, and we put it out online, and it was just, we had a good turnout, but we had some seats open. We had 200 people. Obviously it was a good show, but some of the folks I had talked to later said, "Oh man, those guys are really great. I didn't see that, you know, because they're so used to that Friday, Saturday. So when we do a one-off, we got to make sure we get it out there a little and make sure everyone knows, you know." So I've worked with a couple different guys in town, and there's some different posting sites that I'm going to look at, like actual physical websites for local music and things like that. So we're trying to get some of that updated. Well,
and with some of the bands that you get in here, it's obvious that they think it's a quality site too, because they're putting it on their calendar.
Yes. In fact, we had a band in here last weekend before last rather, and they were watching the show, and they came up and said, "Hey, come here. Give me your phone. Call me on Tuesday. We need to be here."
Yeah.
You know, which is nice. It's nice to know that's how they feel about it. You know, they come and see it. "Oh man, this show was really great." we want to play here, So we've got a lot of that. People reaching out and stuff, and so it's just Todd does all of our talent booking and stuff. Not this Todd, other Todd, obviously. And he does a pretty good job with that. So, but he kind of sifts through some of that, and tries to see what can work and what's going to be plausible for us. So.
Well, that's one of my favorite things about coming out here is grab some great food, grab something to drink, head out, watch a great show.
Sit outside, be on the AstroTurf, or not the AstroTurf, rather the field turf.
Field turf.
It's field turf. It's not AstroTurf. This isn't the 80s. We've got field turf now.
Yeah, it used to be very, very thin and very, very hard laying on concrete.
Yes. The first year we put something out there, we did just the old AstroTurf that was
very thin.
And so then we've since the next year said, okay, that's nice, but we got to do something different. And we got lucky with the field turf, and so it looks like a backyard barbecue back there.
Backyard, perfect way to describe it. So typically, when the show's on and weather's cooperating, what time are things getting started?
Usually we start shows outdoor at 7:30, right? So, and then I think we talked about this in the past. We had just started doing a thing on Saturdays. If we don't have a major ticketed event, like a bigger thing, we've been trying to work out a deal where we have a 9 o'clock band inside and a 7:30 band outside, which is a really cool deal because you walk in the door, it's $5 at the door, but you get access to both bands. You can go out there, catch the first 2 sets, come in, catch a set here, go back out, finish whatever you want to do. And we do different, stylistically, sometimes different music. So you might have rock outside, they might have blues inside or something. We've done some different combinations. It's just a really fun environment. And then you get this cross promotion of the 2 different bands sometimes. We have obviously the bigger stages outside, but it makes it just where else are you getting dual shows in the night on a Saturday night without going to, obviously you go to a Stir or something like that, which I used to go all the time, but I don't have the money nor the time to do some of that stuff now. You walk in the door and on a Friday night, we usually just have the one out back. But for five, even if it's a $10 band, some nights, where do you find a band or 2 bands, let alone one, for $5 on a Saturday night?
No, and I think I'm starting to see more and more people coming out to the live music again, and incorporating that into their entertainment dollar. So it is a great place to do it. You can wrap the whole thing up, with dinner and entertainment all at the same time. So I'm looking forward to the next shows, and you're just going to keep running them up until the weather just doesn't let you anymore, right?
Well, we'll run shows all year round.
Yeah.
Our summer concert series will go through into the end of September, that first part of October. But it's all weather dependent. If it gets cold early, we're back inside. Right. If there's rain or something like that, we can fit some of the bands inside. The outdoor stage is much larger. So there's some bands that, like we had a Pink Floyd act that was supposed to come a while back.
Yeah.
We couldn't bring them in, and it was a weather issue outside. They're just too big,
Right.
So, but no, all year long, Friday, Saturday night, whether it's outside, inside, live music.
Well, there you go. Get on down to the dock. And again, the show's coming up this weekend, the Damones.
Damones is Friday, yep.
And Shoot the Thrill on
Saturday.
The Thrill on Saturday. So the dock is the place to be. He is Joe Disalvo. I am Todd Studer. Thank you so much for watching Council Bluffs today. When you hit like, share, follow, or subscribe, any of those things or all of those things help the algorithm, pushes this information out even further. Wouldn't it be great to get even more people to be able to see what's going on here at the dock and in other places around the community? So free for you to do. We'd really appreciate it if you'd help us push the word out about everything that's going on in our community. My name is Todd Studer. We'll see you next time.